Queen of Scots is directed by first-time director Josie Rourke and it stars Saoirse Ronan as Mary herself and Margot Robbie as Elizabeth I. The film explores the turbulent life of Mary Stuart, Queen of France at 16 and widowed at 18, who defies the pressure to remarry and instead returns to her native Scotland to reclaim her rightful throne. However, Scotland and England fall under the rule of Elizabeth I. Mary Queen of Scots was a film that I was excited for several reasons. Number one, it's got two extremely great actresses in the main roles, one of them my goddess of all people. Number two, it's a first-time director and a female director, which is great to see new voices and diverse voices in cinema working. And number three, it's a period piece. It's always great to see a part of history portrayed in film, but I struggle to even call this a film. I was flabbergasted at watching what happened on screen because barely anything happened. This film feels, looks, moves like a season of TV that was just chopped up to show us highlights. This film really has no development. This film has a bunch of scenes that barely connect with each other. This film is just a string of scenes that feel like they're documenting small events, but they're not really telling us anything in the big picture. This story isn't there. There's an idea with Mary Queen of Scots and what she represented then and how it mirrors the world of today, but they don't do anything with it. And Margot Robbie, who plays Queen Elizabeth I, who is first and foremost in the posters right next to Saoirse Ronan, she's barely in the film. I'm not going to say their performances aren't great because they are, and whatever complexity there is in this film is because of them, the nuances that they bring to the characters. But it's on them. I admire their work because there was nothing in this writing. It just astounded me to see how little was in this material for all of these phenomenal actors who every time they are on screen and every time they utter a word, they're imposing, they're commanding, they demand your attention and they get it. The material is so thin, the story is so thinly spreaded throughout every single scene. The passage of time in this film, the pacing is absolutely atrocious. There's one scene when Mary Queen of Scots' son, James, is born. And in the next scene, he's already like 3 years old at least. And if you're going in for a period piece that has battles and big-time war scenes, not that I was going in for that, but I like those. This film has one that lasts about 1 minute. Again, there really isn't anything to grasp onto. There's barely anything. There are two great performances, but very, very misused and misinterpreted characters. There are lavish, gorgeous, enormous, and magnificent sets to look at. You can tell that these people shot on location, on the rivers, in the forests, in the highlands, in the castles. It's all beautiful to look at, but in terms of a story, it doesn't really mean anything. I really struggled to grab onto anything throughout this film. These two great actresses deserve better. I hope this director, and even the writer, who is not the same person as the director, does something better in the future. Again, it just feels like they chopped so much off that they just left highlights. Mary Queen of Scots feels like a highlight reel that should be on a history class because kids are too bored to read the book. And that's the biggest praise I can give it. I'm giving Mary Queen of Scots a C-. What did you think of Mary Queen of Scots, my beautiful geekies? Did you enjoy it? Did you not? Do you like period pieces? And what are your favorite performances from Saoirse Ronan and the goddess herself, Margot Robbie? Thank you so much for watching. You guys are the best. I can't wait to bring you my review for Dragon Ball Super Broly next week. And please do check out my reviews for Glass, for Split, for Unbreakable. And please do check out my Indiegogo campaign, to which I'll leave a link in the description below. And you guys are the best. Thank you so much for watching once again. I can't wait to see you in the next video. So until then, stay beautiful and stay geeky. And if you haven't done so yet, click the subscribe button and the bell so we can be geeky united.